I can get sound if I just do that. I know. Well, I'll do that for now. I'll try to work out the bugs later. No, I'm just using the camera sound. Can you hear me now?
The bugs come back in later, so you don't have my sound.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get cut off.
Okay, sorry. Thank you guys. Appreciate letting me know. Okay, so I showed you the beautiful setting, right? I'll do that again real quick since we just had all that mess. So I was starting. I'm going to start painting the background, but not in this lighting, of course, because it'll be quite a bit darker. So I'll be thinking a twilight. I mean, it's gorgeous in here right now. I'd love to paint it the way it is, but I want to capture the essence of the evening. So a lot of warm. I'll go ahead and tell you, this is one of the biggest challenges of painting. The most important aspect of a painting is play of light. One of the biggest pitfalls of painting is when you have two competing light sources. So when the sun goes down, when it's dark in here tonight, there'll be no competition. It'll be twinkly fairy lights, candles, and fireplace. No competition. But in twilight, when the sky is, when the deep purple falls over something garden walls, there's a song. It can compete. So I need to decide right now what's going to be the primary light source in my painting. And I can't use what I'm looking at right now. I have to think ahead. I have to decide, is the light going to be warm, primarily warm light or cool light? Because I've got both happening. All the incandescent chandelier, candles, fire, fairy lights, all that's warm. The sky is cool. We're in a let me turn you around again just so I'll show you the ceiling. See? It's a plastic ceiling. Can I use that expression? Fiberglass see-through ceiling. So one has to be prominent, one has to be secondary. I don't know which, but I do know that this up here is going to be dark blue. So I'm going to paint anti-dark blue. I've gotten more curvy. I've gotten more curvy in my initial abstracts lately. Have you noticed? I used to do a lot of really straight lines. I've gotten now, so I really like the big arcs. Okay, that's plenty. Maybe too much. Let me talk about this while I'm cleaning my brush. I hope you understand that I do not know which of these lines are going to show up. I don't know which of these marks are going to make a difference. I don't know which marks are going to still be visible, even faintly visible in the frame. I have no idea. So I don't tie myself in knots trying to predict. I do know there's going to be a fireplace chimney right here. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of spattering since I think I can. There we go. That's all. It's not my job to know. It's just my job to put enough energy, enough random chaos. This is pretty random, although I want it to be attractive. In other words, if I get hit by a truck right now, I would like them to say, well, that's a beautiful abstract painting. It's for sale, $10,000. I want it to be an attractive abstract shape. I do indeed. But as I said, I don't know where. I was thinking about this just earlier this week when I was finishing my latest wedding painting. You can go back and look at it. It's a painting of Josh and Bailey. It's about 2 broadcasts ago. And I did some big, also red. I do red and yellow if there's going to be blue up here. The opposite, complementary or nearly complementary. And when that painting was finished, there was one big red arch like this that ended up showing fairly prominently at several places in the finished painting. And boy, did it make a difference. Now see, I didn't know when I made those red arches that they were going to show up. I just made enough of them so that I created an environment where happy accidents could happen. Sorry.
As far as I know, you're still a surprise for Beth.
Yes,
That's so cool.
I'm a surprise for the bride here today. So that's kind of fun. She won't know that I'm here until sometime after the ceremony's over. I'm looking at my screen on my phone quite a bit for these angles. And you know what? I'm going to change my mind already. I'm only this far in, and I'm already moving the fireplace to the right a little bit. It's part of the reason, by the way, why I started drawing with orange is so that then I can, when I draw with a darker color, that is to say red, the orange lines become not invisible, but psychologically they fade to a great degree, so that we are left seeing really just the red lines, not the orange ones. See, this stands out more than this. That's why I typically start out with lighter colors so that I have lots of room to change my mind. I've changed it already. I don't really change my mind quite that quickly, but that time I did.
As soon as I put those in, like now everything's gonna get on it. Are you heading base yet? Yeah, I think about this game from because I did the logs and everything, and the only thing that was low was just the wastegate actuator stuff.
So this is the kind of stuff, of course, that I really want to get finished before the bride and groom get here.
You can bring them, that's just the problem is I put everything. Mine were the other way. Don't, yeah, I was gonna say, don't like leave phones and stuff in the back. Usually that's good, but if they can't tell. They'll pocket.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think it was happening. Yeah.
I didn't even know. I can carry everything. Just in here, we'll be right back. The room right in there with the double doors, our room, so anything you guys wanna do. Whatever you want
I
to
have
do, just
stuff
let me know.
all over that house now.
Okay, now I'm going to switch back to orange color to do my drawing again, so that if I have to change my mind again,
No.
I can do it.
That's fine, you got to apparently check it out.
Yeah.
I
I got you.
thought we had it till like.
I just have to say it out loud as well, so that
Yeah, I
it
thought it was
commits.
like 1 o'clock, but apparently.
This particular urn pot, whatever it's called, clay. There's a better name than urn, I think, better name than pot. What's it called? Anyway, that thing right there with flowers in it. I have a hunch the bride and groom are going to be right here, so that all the work I just did will be pretty much obliterated. That's all part of the business, right? I don't want to go ahead and paint the background in and then put them on top of it. All right, now at this point, YouTube's going to be sending me a letter telling me that I played copyrighted music. And I can't tell you how sorry I am about that. the only alternative, I believe, is broadcast with no sound, which I have done at weddings before, and may do yet again tonight.
I don't know, it was supposed to make its way down here.
It didn't last too long, so maybe I'm not in trouble yet.
Trip down good.
What's that? Yeah, man. Worked out all right. Here, kind of like right here. That's an excellent question. Nina's got the thing in my.
Well, that's right. You drove down today, didn't
Yeah,
you?
just right now. Yeah, man. I love that bow tie, buddy.
Thank you. You got that for me.
You are fresh, man.
I like it.
Super fresh.
I like it.
Yeah. So what I did was I talked to the photographer real quick just to make sure that that speaker right there, I need to be just on one side, you know? So I said, look, I'll put it on either side of the table wherever you want me to get it. And he was like,
Oh.
I'll shoot.
Now I just
Right.
need
I was
some
like,
darker
as long as
pink,
you know.
so switching to purple so that I
And
can
that's cool. man.
see
They are fine. They'll do whatever.
see the marks that I'm making here on top of this.
Yeah, this is cool.
Jed, you and Beth right probably there.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Sound about right?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. Yeah.
There can be a fire in the
Fireplace.
fire in
Some little Twinkie light.
Yeah, yeah,
lights.
definitely.
Okay, cool.
It's a beautiful venue. Have you worked here?
Yes.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is one of our favorites.
And
in
where
the
did we
area.
meet? Winston-Salem?
Trying to remember.
Where was it?
I was trying to remember the location now. You're right.
Somewhere. One of those.
Somewhere around that
You
vicinity.
were working a wedding.
Yes, it was the wedding with the ice bar and all that. You
Yeah.
remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was Winston-Salem.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Right. Of course,
Very cool.
Country Club.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome. She's gonna be so excited.
Cool. Well, that's fun.
So yeah.
Now was she there? She doesn't. She was,
Yeah, she was there.
Does she work with you?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, we're going to be a husband and wife team
Yeah.
now, but we are we're a team.
How fun. How fun.
So
And where do you live?
Greenville.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Very cool.
Yeah. It's so cool watching you work with
Good.
two hands.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen that, so it's awesome.
Helps me get done
And
quickly.
Laney, this is obviously
We met, yeah.
this is the gift, the surprise. So
I know. Oh,
Whenever
this is it,
whenever
yeah.
we get over here, I want to bring her in here, like just the two of us, and show
Oh,
her.
sweet.
Okay.
Sweet.
So you guys
That's
can
fun.
come
Thanks, Chad.
here.
Yeah,
When
we'll
does that happen?
probably
Right after you come in?
before we
fun.
get introduced and all that jazz. Once we get off the trolley, I want to sneak her around here real quick and show her, because this is a surprise for her.
Fun.
Thank you, Dan. We'll see you.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. I do like this. Several things about the venue that I find a nice change. One is they have very unique chairs made out of wood. It's kind of fun. I only say that because I've painted so many of those party rental chairs. It's like so many of those. I know it sounds silly to even mention chairs at a reception, but if you're the artist and you paint, I like these chairs better. Anyway, what I typically do for a reception, we'll do here as well. And again, bride and groom, probably right there, and people back here and here. But I want to fairly accurately reflect the atmosphere of the place, right? So I want to try to reflect there's the chairs I was talking about. I want to reflect the furnishings, the tables and so forth. So in order to do that, typically, I will not put people in these chairs because that would block too much. So I'll just have some of the some chairs empty up close here. Maybe these two chairs empty, and then somebody sitting on this one with an armrest. So they're watching the first dance, right? And of course, I don't know at this point, are people going to be standing or sitting during the first dance?
Oh, are you filming this on top of
I am, yes.
Sweet.
Our broadcasting.
Oh,
as the case
nice.
may
So
be.
it's like a live,
Yeah.
live as you go.
Yeah.
Dude, I dig it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's an abstract.
No.
No?
It's going to be quite representational. Can you tell what it is?
What's
Yeah.
the fireplace for sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just didn't know with the broader strokes.
Nope. Yeah, it starts out abstract. In fact, it starts out crazy.
Yeah.
Starts out completely abstract. But nope,
As you go.
when it's done, yeah, this is just the way it starts.
This is the beginning.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, good.
I love it. I've only had one other person be a live painter. at a
Really?
wedding. Yeah.
At a wedding?
At a wedding, yeah. She plopped herself down in the middle of the dance floor, like right on the side of it, and I'm like, dude, I hope nobody.
How did that work?
It was interesting. It was interesting.
That is funny.
But yeah, I was like, dude, I hope you know that there are free alcoholic drinks tonight.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't wait to watch it progress. I'm
Good.
Like, peeking over it.
Good. I'm here to be peeked
It's
at.
so cool. Yeah, it's so cool.
How long you been doing it?
About 10 years.
This is really cool. What got you into the wedding scene, or were you?
That's a good question. Just a friend of mine said, hey, you ever thought about painting weddings?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of live events, painting it in front of people stuff. So I don't know if you had seen it, because 10 years ago, if you Google wedding painter, you can find like 4 people across the country.
Right, right.
All across the country.
It wasn't a thing.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah. So I don't know
I'm
what
hearing about
made
it
him
more
think
and more
about it.
though.
Yeah.
Are you local to here?
Raleigh.
Okay.
Almost local.
Okay.
Semi-local. Yeah, ish.
That's,
Exactly. Thank you.
what's your? Do you have like an Instagram handle?
I do. You know what? I can't remember what it is.
Are we? Hey, are we moving?
Yeah.
Bus is here.
Are we going in it? Rayon, are we going? No. Okay. I'm over here just taking pictures.
Yeah, it's either Dan the Art Man or
Dan the Art
Dan the Art Man or Dan Nelson Art. I think it's Dan the Art
So
Man.
cool.
That's terrible. I should know. Somebody asked me that at my last wedding. I went, oh yeah, right.
Alright,
I post.
this is the last one, so if you
Oh,
want to get on,
Rayon's
go
having
get
a
on.
meeting. Good grief. Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, cool. Can you see that corner? Yeah, you can. That up there, that's a classic example of, this is supposed to be a grid pattern in here, right? Classic, the way I painted that is a good example of how not to paint in the early stages. Don't paint too accurately. I know that sounds, now, I don't know, that's almost dangerous. It's like for students, they shouldn't do that. It will send you off in a bad direction. Let me follow it up by saying, what I said was how to paint it not too accurately. But let me follow it up with saying, I am very concerned with accuracy, especially in the realm of perspective, linear perspective. People can't tell, if I move this pot, for instance, 6 inches that way, nobody can tell. Nobody's gonna. But if I get the perspective wrong, everybody can tell that. So perspective is something you can't afford to get wrong. And this kind of stuff sort of falls in the realm of perspective, right? But I don't want it too accurate, because if I do, it won't give me enough energy in the later stages of the painting process. And it's so hard to describe what I mean by that. If I make it too accurate, I won't get enough energy out of it in the late stages. That is so weird. I need to come up with a better way to describe that. That's what I'm gonna have to do for now. Now what we're doing here is vines, grapevines hanging all over the ceiling. So this same thing right here. On top of that grid. What I just said probably doesn't make a lick of sense, especially if you're a newbie like me early on. So stick around. I'll try to make sense of it later as we go. Okay, now, without waiting, by the way, once the reception really starts here today, it's very likely that I'll have to stop broadcasting. So I'll do as much as I can until the party gets started. And then very often I need to when that happens,
Now, we
I need
can
to
actually fill the glasses
stop
if you want.
broadcasting for a couple of reasons. One is I don't want the bridegroom to feel like they're playing second fiddle to you guys.
So this is.
Does that make sense? They're my client. They're paying my bill. I can't look like I'm more focused on my virtual audience than I am on my real paying the bill audience. So I need to be sensitive about that. Next, as I've already mentioned, I'll get in trouble when the DJ starts playing music.
I'm wondering if she wants this here.
I will get into trouble because he'll be playing copyrighted music, and I don't have permission to rebroadcast it. So that presents a problem.
So move the one
Anyway,
over
so
there
I'll do as much as I can, and then play it by ear throughout the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Plus, sometimes if the DJ gets cranked up playing really loud, hang on, let me walk over here and see what it is.
Oh, it's not here. Yeah.
It's kind of like a sconce, or I don't know what, a little cast iron thing right here. I don't know what it is. It's like a little iron bowl on top of a heavy iron post. There's another one over here. I have no idea what it is. It's got little plants. At least one of them has plants in it. And the base is square. It just looks cool, so I'm going to put it in because it looks cool. I was starting to say something else, now I forgot what it was. So it'll come back to me if it's important.
I've got the other
Oops, broke a pencil. It was getting kind of short anyway. Put it away. Yeah, maybe walk over here. And my microphone's not working, I just realized. So when I walk away, you can't hear anything I'm saying. Well, I didn't say anything important, so don't worry about it. I'm trying not to do that too often. Some classic architectural elements there. By the way, can you see, yeah, way up here, I've got some really thick paint that's just dripping down. That real thick acrylic stuff can sometimes just cause a little bit of a problem because you can't paint on top of it. You can, never mind, I'm not gonna, you can't cover it up, that's what I should say. So I just wiped out a little bit there just to save me some headaches later on. Okay. There's some doves over there. I love it. It's a real Pinterest moment. Some of you know what I mean by that. It's a real Pinterest wedding reception here. And I'm not, that's not a criticism. It's very, very charming. Again, what I just did there with my hand, classic example of in the early stages there too. See, these are bricks, and I could stick out my tongue and start painting, hold my pencil this way, and get all control freaky. That would be a real mistake. I'll be painting those bricks 17 more times, well, 15 more times anyway. It would be a mistake to get too exact now. I'm probably not talking loudly enough for you guys, am I? Maybe. Beautiful flowers on top of mantelpiece here. Some nice topiary, or whatever they call these, bonsai-ish trees. Bonsai. I think they're bonsai trees. The balls, you know. They go up.
How about these flowers? You want me to put these around?
A bunch of stuff hanging down.
I'm so excited about
For a
next
second,
year.
back to my subject about drawing things with my brushes, with pencils, drawing things very messy in the early stages. So every time that I come back and redraw those, I'll try to make them just a little bit more accurate. Does that make sense? And if I drew them accurate from the beginning, then I'd have to draw them messy later. That makes any sense. Otherwise, I would just have redundancy. I would just have lines on top of lines on top of lines. And that would not be a pleasant effect. So I don't want lines on top of lines on top of lines. I want jittery, iterative, start and stop lines.
I did say. Well, this is the thing that
Tablecloth,
I did get the name.
candles, plates, and people.
And I told her she's gonna drive the contract, and let me know if I can change it. So I did mine, I like it first. And.
And I took this picture. When I took this picture, I held my phone down at about stern belly button level on me, so that I'm shooting up at the scene. And here's the photograph that I took. So it's looking up. That means whoever's up close to the viewer will loom tall, because think of it as you're a little kid looking up at people. All the people close to you are tall because you're down low. The further away you look, the people, their heads get closer to the horizon. So these people are far away, their heads are low. The bride and groom, their heads will be way up here, so that it lets me accentuate the bride and groom, lets them be rather heroic in dimension and so on and so forth. Pretty typical for me, for the way that I paint. Wedding receptions. Per couple people in here, probably a good idea. Right there in front of the bombs. Okay, and then concrete floor. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'll start another broadcast in a little while. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for this to dry. I'll probably go ahead and do some glazes without your company. And then I'll do white on top of that. And maybe I'll start broadcasting at that time. Let me see if there's any comments that I've missed here. David, was I being humble again? And sorry if my camera was low, sorry. What medium do I mix with my acrylics? I'll show you. Yeah, this is what I use the most is, am I backwards here? Let me turn you around so you can see it. There you go. Liquitex glazing medium, or gloss medium and varnish, either one. The Golden Acrylic Paint Company makes even a better product probably, but it's more expensive. So sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Okay, now while I'm gone, I'm going to try to get my sound issues fixed up. Thanks for watching. Be back in a while.